guys, so how we doing today? We're gonna show you guys really quick some helpful tips to making your mowing more efficient. All right, so these are some zero turn or stand on basics that I want to talk to you guys about. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. By the time we're done, leave me some comments down below. I'd love to hear your guys' technique. What we're gonna be talking about is when we're looking at a front lawn or even a backyard for that example, there's two things that I want to communicate here that can save time with clippings and then also not getting clippings in the landscaping beds. What I'm talking about is our turns. So here's what I want to talk about for just a quick minute. We got this front yard up here and we already did the whole backyard and we edged, but for time's sake, we're just gonna shoot this clip all in one take. When we're talking about this front yard, we already outlined the front. I'm gonna bring the mower down, over and back up. And now from where we go with our lines, some people go up and down this way, right? Some people go up and down this way. Other people go left, right, left, right. Other people go right, left. Now there's pros and cons to everything, but something that I teach my guys is that when we're mowing, we're always going from this side of the house and down. Why is that? Because we're shooting discharge side into the lawn. Discharge side charge, discharge into the lawn, discharge into the lawn, so on and so forth, okay? And so same thing when we're mowing horizontal with the property. I guess we never really thought about diagonal, but nonetheless, the same principles still apply. But we're going horizontal through the property, which way are we shooting the clippings? On the interior of the lawn, right? On the interior of the lawn, right? So what I noticed some people do, and people always ask, how do you mow 20, 30 lawns a day? Well, we're really trying to control where we throw those grass clippings. For me personally, I want to keep them out of the landscape beds, number one, and then number two would be the sidewalk. So that's why we have the chute blockers. Okay, so let's show you guys this in practice. I'm going to show you on this lawn and then another property. This one we're going to go up, down, and on the second property we'll do horizontal, all right? So let's jump into it here. By the way, really quick, can you guys hit the thumbs up on the video? Really appreciate it. We take time out of our day to show you guys how to do this. Maybe consider subscribing too. Let's get into it. All right, now I know some of you guys are probably watching this video and going, Brian, all you did was mow the lawn. Right, if you're a seasoned pro, you know these tips, but if you guys are just getting started, you might be tempted to just make it up as you go, right? You don't know which way you're shooting all your clippings. And so for example, when we're talking about mowing this property, as you guys saw, we had the discharge shooting all the way into the middle of the property and onto the sidewalk, right? If we weren't edging, it wouldn't be this messy, of course, but the point is that we would close the chute blocker and we wouldn't have clippings all over the place. We're controlling all that grass. Now, if we're making our turns around here before we make our last perimeter pass, yeah, some grass clippings are still gonna go on the sidewalk. Can't really stop that. But it wouldn't look like this, okay? It wouldn't look this awful. We would have just a little bit of marginal grass that pops out from the chute blocker, hit it with the leaf blower or even a handheld, and you can just start ripping through. And what I notice, edging aside, is that this is what most people mowing grass, they do. They just get grass all over the place. Actually, I think Jonathan from Florida Turf Pros did a video similarly not too long ago. I saw his video pop up. So the point is, when you're mowing, go this way because you're shooting away from the landscaping beds. We don't want to get grass clippings up there. Point number two, if you got a chute blocker, foot pedal, or the Ballard Advanced chute, whatever your poison is, close that flap on those turns. And by the way, if you are making your turn the second lane in, right, you shouldn't be having a bunch of grass clippings discharge more than just 2 or 3 feet into your first perimeter pass. Okay, so those are just some helpful tips on this lawn going up and down, going at the property. We'll show you another one here in just a second, going horizontal with the property. But this, I think, would be a helpful tip to help you guys keep grass clippings out of the beds and keep grass clippings off the sidewalks. It's something I always teach Rob, I teach all my guys. Don't go the other way where the discharge is shooting into the beds, all right? And don't go the other way where you're shooting all the grass clippings on that return pass up on the driveway, okay? Keep the clippings in the lawn. That's the whole point of this video, okay? By the way, while I got you guys here for one quick second, perimeter passes. Some people were asking me, do I make 1 perimeter pass? Do I make 2 perimeter passes? For us personally, we always make 1 perimeter pass. We go up and down, do our lanes, left, right, up, down, diagonal, doesn't matter. And then we wrap up with a perimeter pass, right? It kind of covers our tracks. I know some guys do too. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you guys finish again with a perimeter pass? I just think it kind of adds a little bow tie to your final cut and kind of gets rid of some of those turn marks. I don't know, let me know. Leave me some comments down below. All right, we'll catch up with you guys here at the second lawn. All right, guys, so let's talk about the second lawn that we're gonna be mowing here. So, Rob, really quick, if you wanna do a little pan, you can see this is the lawn. We actually just mowed the 2 across the street. We're gonna mow this one here. So here's what I wanna do. I'm gonna show you guys mowing horizontally. Might actually be the same stripes from last week, so work with me. We do change directions every week. But nonetheless, I wanna show you guys, we're gonna outline this property and basically shoot everything in, okay? On a return pass, we're not gonna shoot anything in the landscape beds, we're gonna keep that flap closed. So my point is, I know a lot of this sounds kind of remedial, or maybe even we're rehashing some things that maybe you guys already know, but for the new people out there that just got their first zero-turn mower, you don't want to be mowing, shooting into the sidewalks, into the driveway, into the landscape beds, right? So we always want to go, help me out here, Rob, what do we want to go? Counterclockwise around property, yep. And we always want to trace the perimeter, shooting the grass in, okay? Hopefully this is helping you guys out. What I'm going to do is mow that way, and then what I want to do is I'm going to reverse this outside line, and I'm going to show you guys how little grass actually is on the sidewalk right now, and then when we're done, if we did it the opposite way, showing you how much grass would be on the driveway and the sidewalk. Which you're like, oh, it's only 3 minutes. Well, if you do 20 lawns a day at 3 minutes, what is that, 60 minutes? That's an extra hour. It's an extra hour every single day. That's 20 hours a month. And if you got an employee making 20 bucks an hour, that's $400+ you're just burning in labor by not being as efficient. So a lot of words just to say, let's be as efficient as possible. All right, so here we go. By the way, if you guys got tips, let me know in the comments. Really quick, I want to show you guys, and we're not like the gurus, okay? I'm just trying to give some helpful tips. I wish somebody taught me all this stuff when I was just starting out. But you see, there's very, very little, guys, spring, summer, fall, doesn't matter. When we're mowing, we rarely have clippings on the sidewalk and on the driveway. Thank God for shoot blockers, but it's also your mowing technique. Now the spring rush is a little bit different, I'll give you that. But this is weekly growth, like the lawn's growing like crazy. We just mowed this thing. We can't fake it if we wanted. There's no clippings on the sidewalk. Let's look at the drive. Cut that off. Let's look at the drive. This was because the wind blew. but this is the most clippings that we have. So we're able to take our leaf blower, blow this off in 2 seconds, and we're not shooting crazy amounts of grass all over. Now, for demonstration purposes, hopefully this works the way I want it to, but I'm gonna go, as much as it's gonna pain me to mess up our stripes, I'm gonna go down to the end of this first pass, and I'm gonna shoot onto the sidewalk, round out, take the same lane and shoot this way, and just show you the, for instance, about all the grass clippings that are gonna get on the sidewalk and the driveway, okay? So let's try that again. I'm gonna have to paint over our stripes, Rob. I don't want to do that.
Don't be doing that. Those are some pretty nice stripes.
Pretty nice stripes. Alright, so we got the wind blowing, but nonetheless, you can see plenty of grass clippings all over the place. And by the way, this is with a freshly cut lawn. Imagine if the lawn hadn't been cut just yet, obviously it'd be 2-3x, right? Same thing, wind's blowing a little bit down the sidewalk. But now we have to spend twice as much time blowing these clippings. Might be harder to see on camera, but there's a decent amount here.
They're there.
They're there. And that's after we mowed this whole lawn, right? So here's my 2 quick tips. Number 1, when you're mowing a property, just make sure you're always discharging inwardly, okay? Get a chute blocker. There's a bunch of great ones out there. Discharge inwardly, right? I know this kind of seems kind of common sense, but you'd be surprised at how many people for the love of me, I don't understand why people would shoot their clippings all over the place. Now, when you have a property like this, horizontal, you wanna circle the whole bed and shoot everything in, right? That's our passes. When you're mowing, what would you call it, vertically, let's say, right? We're mowing vertically at the property at the front door. We want to make sure that we're always discharging in, and then close the chute blocker. Discharging in, right? Discharging in, close the chute blocker for the sidewalk. Discharging in. We're not shooting at the landscape beds, okay? So my point is, if you're mowing vertical, we want to go this way, right? We want to go this way. And if we're mowing horizontal, we want to go this way. All right, we want to mow from the front down and this way, okay? Never this way and up. All right, I know it makes sense. Hopefully it's translating through camera. All right, hopefully this video makes some sense for you guys. I wanted to help out with efficiency. Stop mowing at the beds, stop mowing grass clippings on the sidewalk, the driveway. You can really start picking up some extra minutes, which translates to extra hours, which just turns into saving payroll or getting you off the mower and back to the barbecue and drinking a glass of lemonade on the weekend. All right, those are my tips. What do you guys do? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoy this video series, I'll leave a card or an end screen or whatever we do here on YouTube, and you guys can watch the other playlists of some zero-turn basics and how-tos, including how to do a 3-point turn, how to stripe a lawn, how to stop making divots, how we change direction, all that fun stuff. We'll leave a little playlist here. All right, guys, over and out. Thanks again for watching this video from Brian's Lawn Maintenance. It's all about lawn care landscaping. Maybe consider subscribing. I'm out of breath. We'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.